fixing my nose ring. All right, Sagittarius. I am so sorry, Sag. I always feel bad. Lots of the times I'm like thinking, Sagittarius is always the last reading that I have to do for the months or the mid-months or whatever. And I just always feel terrible. I had done one time where I do all of the earth signs first. So that way it's a little more, instead of following in that order, mix it up a little bit. Kind of like I'll do Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Then I'll do the fire signs or something like that. Or I'll do Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then following time I'll do, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Sagittarius. I don't know. Maybe planning is something on your agenda or you're having to do. Let's take a look. What is going on for Sagittarius from now until the end of November or whatever it is that Sagittarius needs to hear? Sag, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your mid-November 2025 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle is not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Sag, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them. Take what applies and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading. So it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It's greatly appreciated. Bear with me if I start coughing or whatever. I'm getting over being sick. All right, so far, overall energy is the Three of Cups. Currently, Page of Wands. I get with this Three of Cups, Page of Wands. Really good interaction, like this is fun, or this is exciting. You have the Lovers card though, but it's in the reverse. So either some sort of choice isn't being made or there isn't that strong of a commitment here. Maybe this is more of like on a friendship level, fun, Three of Cups. Could be dealing with a Gemini, have it in your chart, doesn't have to be. You have the Ten of Swords in the foundation. For some of you, this is maybe you're living your life, Page of Wands. After something that was a struggle in the past, you have the Knight of Wands. On your mind, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And your outcome is the Death card. Scorpio. For some of you right now, maybe your focus is on yourself with that Nine of Pentacles. How can I rely on me? What can I do for me? Let me prepare myself for what it is that I want. That's the Nine of Pentacles. Being secure and stable within oneself. And then the Ten of Pentacles is with another or a group or whatever. Why is the Three of Cups the overall energy for Scorpio? Emperor, Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Pentacles, Temperance at the bottom. That's you. I went like this when the Emperor came out because for Scorpio, that also came out for them in that position. You could be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Have it in your chart. Doesn't have to be. I feel like the overall energy is something is in control and something is working out. So like the wheel is turning, it's working out slowly but surely, and this is good. So this could even mean some sort of support system. Maybe you're just not too worried with whatever this Ten of Swords is. Why is the Page of Wands the current energy? You could be dealing with another fire sign, a younger one maybe. Doesn't have to be. Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo could be a Capricorn devil. Queen of Pentacles is also Capricorn energy. I get the sense of you knowing what you're doing. It almost seems manipulative. And you know what that gives me vibes of? Gemini energy. Because they could do that. I feel like Sag could do that too, actually, now that I think about it. Because your 7th house is Gemini, isn't it? Kind of like that energy of playing stupid when you know exactly what's going on. Oh, I didn't know that. But you knew that and then some. That's the vibes that this Page of Wands gives me. And the Queen of Pentacles. I almost get the sense of like, I'm doing okay. Like, do I want what I want? Yes. Do I want to feel secure? Yes. But I'm doing okay. I'm not begging. Let's see what else happens. Or what else is here. Why is the Lovers the challenge? Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. 9 of Cups. Oh, King of Swords. Well, who is this? Knight of Swords. We got the whole family here. Except for the Page of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or you have it in your chart. I'm almost certain of it. I also get the sense either both of yous or one, somebody is very much kind of like the commitment, like I'm gonna do for me. Someone is always looking out for themselves. Sorry, I just got a notification. All right, let's move on. What is this 10 of Swords? Queen of Cups. Someone could also be acting like they're happy in something and they're not. All right, Queen of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. I don't know, because I get the sense of like, I'm doing my best to take this on. I am putting in the extra effort. I'm doing all of this. I am ready for this, whatever this is. But I'm constantly hurt, or I'm constantly betrayed, or for me something is over, and you keep working at it. There's almost like a resentment also. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here in the past? Star, 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands at the bottom. I get the sense of like piercing through something, like constantly have to break down someone's walls or constantly have to do this. For some of you, your hope for something has been shut down consistently because of someone's actions. For some of you, what was fueling you in the past was hope. Others of you, there's a situation where you wanted to do something, but you kept giving yourself excuses. Or it was too difficult, or yeah, maybe not. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here on Sagittarius's mind? Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 9 of Wands. Something is... I don't know if it's exhausting or tiring, because I also get an attachment, like a cord is like attached to something, and this almost seems similar to the Scorpio reading, but less of that attached feeling. There's a potential for something solid, secure, and whether this has to do with money, a relationship, whatever. Ace of Pentacles, right? It's a seed that you plant that could grow into something that's long lasting, that's successful, that is that has roots. And then 6 of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. For some of you, this is travel. But the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. For some of you, what's on your mind is that I've overcome this already. Look at where I'm at right now. Look at something that I've focused on, I've put my energy into, and that I've had to like combat my own demons. I had to mentally push myself away from certain things to keep moving forward. But this is exhausting. I can't keep doing this. I get the sense, and this is not for everyone, and you let me know if you resonate with this. I feel like somebody who is listening or is soon going to listen to this reading, you are in a connection where there isn't a commitment, and you're doing well for yourself. You've accomplished what you needed to accomplish. You know, you're, again, there's no begging here. There's, like, you could stand on your own 2 feet. And somebody is with you, looking at you like you're top notch. Kind of looking at you like you're that one person that people are intimidated by, they really want, but they're like, oh man, they're out of my league. That's the word. Someone knows you're out of their league, But if they keep on trying, whether it's manipulating you, whether it's, you know, trying to get to you, maybe it's not manipulation. I don't know. I'm not going to say 100% that it's not manipulation. Maybe like a 1% chance, and maybe it's not intended, but it's definitely coming off that way to me in particular, the way that I'm seeing it and feeling it mostly. And if they attain you, it's almost like this feeling of like, you know, I got Sag. I didn't think I could, but I did. It almost feeds their ego. I'm going to give a very blunt example. It's like if you're that one chick that everyone wants to sleep with, but you don't just give it up to anybody. And many have tried, and then that one guy that keeps trying, and then he succeeds. You know? It's like, oh. And I'm not saying that's necessarily their intention, but I almost feel like subconsciously you validate them. Just like your aura, your presence. Because if you're this top notch and you're out of their league and you went with them, were with them, whatever, subconsciously it's like, well, you know what? Maybe I'm not that bad. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Hey, Andy. Hey, you could always watch from the beginning or whenever you have time. This is what I get. Oh, darn it. I was taking out cards and I only took out one. So for the Death card, that's Scorpio energy. You have the Seven of Pentacles, and now I'm shuffling by mistake. Maybe the next cards weren't meant to be. I don't know. The Eight of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Tower at the bottom. I get the sense of like, this is so sad to say, but I have to go. That's the feeling that I'm getting with this Death card. I have other things to do. I'm not even going to take out any cards, any other cards, because this is legit what I'm getting. I feel like there's such opportunity for you in, excuse me, so similar to the Scorpio reading. Like if it's in regards to love, abundance of love. Like there's nothing for you to worry about. It's not like, oh, nobody's going to love me or whatever. You're going to have plenty, obviously. Just because you have plenty doesn't mean that all the choices are right. My 2 cents, okay, and this is just my 2 cents. I think you can wait. Find the support of friends. If you don't have friends like that you're close with, make some. Or you're going to have to really rely on yourself, which I feel like that's fine. You might have a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If you're looking for new love, it might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Also, Sag, I also get the sense of you might be telling yourself, no, I really want 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Look at them. Literally came out one right after the other. But the card that was here following it or before it was the Moon card. So there might be something deep down inside subconsciously. You might not even be fully aware of it unless you really sit down with yourself, start digging. Why do I keep finding these individuals? Why do I keep getting in these situations? Or why this or whatever? This is where the why, you sit down for a second, really think or do some sort of journaling, whether it's actually writing or you're doing this in your head. Kind of like talk yourself into digging up why this is happening. Because I feel like there's a subconscious thing deep down inside of, I don't know. I don't know if it's fear, like fear of having something that's harmonious, something that's long lasting. Maybe there's a tiny little fear hiding there in the crevices somewhere that started, I don't know, when you were younger, where you, I'm just giving a very, I don't know, common example, where you thought, you know, your parents were together and then all of a sudden they got divorced and you're like, what the heck? Like that was my model of a relationship. And that, I don't know, created some sort of traumatic thing. Actually, even if it didn't create a traumatic thing, it created a core belief that even something that you know and you think is going to be long lasting, it never will be. It has its finality. It has its expiration date. I don't know. Or maybe deep down there's there is a feeling of unworthiness. Maybe you feel like deep down inside, maybe on the surface, okay, above the 50 layers or something, you're like, no, I want it. I deserve it. Of course, like I am an outstanding person. I'm a great worker. I'm a great lover. I am fun. I'm intelligent, whatever. You can name all these great things about yourself. But deep down in the crevices, underneath those 50 layers of feeling like you, yeah, I want this. And you can tell yourself, I deserve this. But deep down, there is this core belief that says, you don't deserve something that is harmonious and everlasting. And I don't know why. Again, let's go back to the parents and divorce thing. Maybe there was a parent that you were attached to, who you felt like, I don't know, let's just say it was your mom. She really deserved to be happy. I saw her really, you know, taking care of everything. Maybe let's say she didn't work and your dad did. And although she didn't work, you know, she made sure that the household was running. She made sure that we were being fed. She made sure that home felt like a home. And he cheated on her. She didn't deserve to be loved. Ooh, I'm getting all emotional now. I don't know. It could be a multitude of things. I do feel like there's some sort of inner work that needs to be excavated. Why? Because if we can see why that is, it could also help us to be like, well, you know what? Now I'm whatever old, how old you are. And just give an example. I'm 34. I'm 43. And I'm at a different stage in my life. I don't need to have this core belief anymore. Like, that was something that came up for me. It was very true. And although, like, I held on to that and things manifested that way for me, maybe this happened to you too. I don't know. It happened to your mom. Now it happened to you. Just an example. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. That does not have to be my destiny. That does not have to be my consistent journey. And then really figure out, okay, well, if this was my core belief, how do I change this? How about, let's say the example was for you. Oh, my husband cheated on me and I did everything for him. I was loyal, I was faithful, I was respectful. Yeah, I yelled here and there because, you know, that POS never did anything, or he felt entitled or whatever, I don't know. But why did you allow it? Why did you continue? Oh, well, because I loved them. Great. It's great that you love them. I mean, clearly that can be seen. But what about your own respect? If this individual wasn't showing you any kind of respect, or you've mentioned, hey, I don't like this, this, and that, this hurts me. Like, think about it this way. If you were to tell someone, if someone were to come up to you and be like, Sag, actually, Sag, you'd probably be like, oh, well, like, that's your problem. That sounds like a you problem. But no, in all, like, honesty, with empathy and compassion and, like, actual love towards someone, you really care, right? You're like, oh, man, I didn't mean to offend you or anything like that. I didn't, wasn't my intention. Sag, I feel like a big one is, can't you take a joke? Fucking Sag. No, and even looking beyond whether or not they can take a joke. When you really care about something, you care about how you make them feel. So if this individual or situation or whatever did not feel that, or you were not getting those vibes off of them, you didn't have concrete proof, if you weren't setting a boundary, or you weren't being like, that's how you want to be, okay, well then I have no other choice than to step back. I'm not going to keep doing this because I am not your servant, even though I feel like us as humans in a harmonious world, we all serve each other. And I do feel that there is this ingrained thing of wanting to serve, because to love is to serve, but not in a way of obligation, not in a way of servitude in the sense of like almost like slave-like, but in the way of giving. We naturally want to give because love is about giving. But it's also a balance where there is a giving and a receiving. And if you are not receiving, either one, you're going to have to look at why you're not receiving, because somebody could be doing their best to love you or whatever, and you're just not taking it. No, I don't want to take it because I don't want to be vulnerable, because last time I was vulnerable, they screwed me over. Last time I let down my guard, they decided to step all over me. I don't know. If I let down my guard, then I become too clingy. I don't know. But there's something here that you have to look at. Anyway, I'm going definitely on some sort of tangent. It's not that you don't have, it's not that Sag doesn't have compassion. I think it's just, there is such the typical energy of like not taking life so seriously, being optimistic, which is great. But sometimes it can cross that kind of line of like, not everyone is going to necessarily be like that. There's plenty of people that are more like, oh, that's what you said, then that's what it is. You know, and I get that people need to get over their insecurities and whatnot, but we also need to understand that everyone has their insecurities, including ourselves. Anyway, you might be dealing with a Chariot Cancer or a Pisces because of the Moon card. That is holding on to you, attracted to you. I don't know. Maybe has their eye on you, and I think they want some sort of new beginning. New beginning, or taking a leap of faith, or I also get vacation. Vacation, I don't know. The Devil, Justice, Three of Pentacles. Maybe squashing the beef or something like that. I also feel like there's a strong sexual attraction. For some of you, somebody thought that you weren't interested anymore and they sadly had to move on. Or this was you. Maybe it was you. The Temperance card just came out. I think that whatever it is that you're looking for, if you're not Sag, use that optimism, not so serious, you know, kind of energy that you already have naturally. And really just be more leaned into that. Because I feel like something is massively going to work out for you. I don't know what it is. For some of you, this has to do with love. For some of you, this has to do with a move, is also what I feel like. Could be career related. I don't know if I feel that necessarily. But yeah. So Sag, I am going to leave it there. Somebody could feel stuck waiting for you. That intimidated energy, you know, that like I was talking about, like, oh, that one chick over there, I don't know, I want to approach her, whatever. Everyone thinks she's hot, but that's the vibes that you're giving off. Somebody might think it's over. Somebody might also think they don't have a chance with you. So if there's somebody that you are interested in, maybe make that known. If that's the vibes you want to give off, then congratulations, it's working. All right, so Sag, I'm going to leave it there. If you resonated with the reading, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to check... Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Andy, as always, thank you for being here, and bye.